Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Pioneer Football League SportsCenter. We have a special Mother's Day edition of Pioneer League SportsCenter as the theme today is Make Your Mother Proud. In our first semifinal game of the Pioneer League Spring Classic with our collegiate teams battling out, we have a ticket to the championship punched. That team is the Bronx Colts. As you can see here, I have my Colts jersey here, as I do with all the teams. The Colts played a heck of a game against the Brooklyn Bobcats last night, which was Friday night, at McCombs Dam Park. They ended up winning decisively 40-0 on vertical passes by a quarterback, TJ Theron Glenn, who lit up the skies. He definitely made a push for tournament MVP last night and definitely made his mark on the game. Yesterday, it was really a great game altogether. A critical point in time, which you'll see in the highlights coming up. The Bobcats were down 14-0, got a key turnover, and were driving into the Colt red zone with like 21 seconds left in the half. What happened was the Bobcats put the ball on the ground, Colts recovered, and just a few seconds later, on the last play of the half, the Colts converted up another bomb, this time completed to number 6, Maldonado, who took it the rest of the way for a touchdown. And from then, the Colts never really looked back. They now punch their ticket to the championship game, and every single Pioneer Football League championship game, fall and spring, has included the Bronx Colts program on the collegiate level. So congratulations to Coach Hutchinson, Coach Kelman, Coach Davis, Coach Wheatley and company, and the Bronx Colts. Job well done to those guys, and we will see you in just 2 weeks at the championship game, which will be May 25th at 6:30 p.m. over at McCombs Dam Park in the shadow of Yankee Stadium. So we will see if they're able to claim this title. Last year they came up a tad bit short, but a championship game appearance and winning 90% of the time that you go out there is definitely something to be proud of. So again, congrats to those guys out there. In our second game, we have next week, Saturday the 18th, the Bronx Buccaneers and the New York Knights. This game features a really interesting matchup, as the two teams played before battled to an 8-6 final when the Knights, who came out scoring first with Brandon Jones-Moore scoring the initial touchdown, made the game 6-0. The Buccaneers came back late in that and ended up winning 8-6. Real defensive struggle. So with a chance to punch their ticket to the championship game, this is definitely going to be what ESPN refers to as a slobber knocker that we were definitely going to have to get a front row seat for. And that game is Saturday at 7 p.m. So the winner of that game will face the Colts in the Spring Classic Championship game, which should be a lot of fun. So let's check out some highlights from that Bronx Colts game and get you
I would appreciate if you guys get off on my sideline, because the game is going on and you're going to get suspended the next game. Most likely the next season.
Nah, that's the.
Okay, now I'm gonna do my impression of Coach E. Okay, my impression of Coach E.
Ooh! Tonight!
York City high schools run option offense. He installed it way back when in the 1980s, 1970s. You'll see in a second. Oh, fuck. And we're back. Welcome back to Pioneer League Sports Center. We were able to sit down with Manny Munoz, who is the former head coach at Cardinal Spellman. He used to coach at Mount St. Michael and Cardinal Hayes, the big three Catholic schools here in the Bronx. We were able to catch up with him and kind of chit-chat and talk about football in general, and we got some interesting insight. Let's check out Pioneer Football League Sports Center. Here with the trophies in the background, we got the fire pit going. This is what the summer is all about. So we're about to break for the summertime and come back in the fall, and we have a bunch of things that are on tap that we're definitely going to keep you in tune with. And remember, last year we did a little bit of mancationing. We'll definitely have some mancations coming up. A lot of fun stuff coming up over the summer. You'll see that baby Anthony running around here, and baby Anthony's grandfather is here. This is Mr. Emmanuel Munoz, my father-in-law, the father of Melissa Patterson, attorney at law, the attorney for the league. Papa Bear, welcome. How are you doing today, sir?
It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. Now, the football lineage in the Munoz household is just as deep as the Patterson household. You coach football, is that correct?
For a long time.
For a long time. Now, what was your favorite? To go over all the stops that you had would just take up the whole entire program. So I'll just kind of list them out. Columbia University?
Columbia, this is what I was going to talk to you about.
Gotcha.
But Columbia, we left Columbia, went to, actually Columbia was one of the first.
One of the first stops.
One of the first stops.
Cool.
The neighborhood we talked about was the Westchester Square.
Gotcha.
You guys know which Westchester Square, you know where it is, right? And I coached football with all the neighborhood guys there who had a football team
from the local area. Gotcha.
From the other area.
Okay. Oh, so you started out in what most people say sandlot football.
Absolutely.
I see. And
we had an annual we had a well-prepared dinner for the entire team that's still really alive.
Oh, I see.
So
Gotcha.
we lost some, it's a shame that we didn't do things in between. So the opportunity that I had, I had people that I coached played with first.
Oh, golly. So you played with them in
the Westchester Square quarterback coach, but then I was the head coach.
Okay.
So I had the entire, it's the same streets that you guys are actually playing on. He mentions it to me, and when I go, leave to go to the house, I go, God almighty, I'm coaching this today, and 22 years ago I did this. And you just put them all in straight lines, and it's amazing.
So if we looked at the start of your coaching career, it started with what we call sandlot football programs like that.
I was 17 years old.
Amazing. So later on, you went to Columbia. You went to one of the academies to coach.
Merchant Marine Academy.
Merchant Marine Academy, and then you ended up in high school with Cardinal
Spellman.
Spellman first.
For a couple of years around. The school. You have the Spellman went in, then he left.
Right.
But we have about.
Now you coached at Mount as well.
I was at one point. I was at Mount.
You were at Mount.
One point I was at Hayes.
I see.
At that point was at Hayes.
Now, for those that know Bronx football, Mount St. Michael and Cardinal Hayes is the rivalry of football in the Bronx out of the Catholic school league. You were on both sides of the rivalry 3 times.
When you take the school, Spellman, Mount, and then there's a third.
Hayes.
I was the head coach at each one of these places at least for 3 years. for a period of time.
I see.
So
Any
I coached
other
every
has any other
school
coach
in the
done
Bronx as a head coach? No.
that? Wow. Now,
And I'm a nasty SOB for the job. I'll be tumbling a little bit because I'm also an old man. But I got those guys, and it was great, greatest part of my life. I'd go back tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'm trying to get back tomorrow. But you really, the individual, the gentleman, and the people that play for you. It's not just me. You have people, I'm sure, that if you really taste them, it's like a good cup of coffee or something. They feel right. You know, gentlemen like these gentlemen who went through the system. Doesn't have to be the league. It doesn't have to be a Catholic high school league team. It could be a football team. Period. That's exactly why when you brought it up, the first thing that reminded me is I had
Westchester Square.
Westchester Square.
That's the start.
It's not a school. It's not dressed as a school. They played in the Bog team. But it was, no, it's been, you're tough to out coach me. I'd have to be gone about 20 years to probably even up the numbers.
I see. I'm not even mad at you for that. Thanks for watching another episode of Pioneer Football League Sports Center. This is your Commissioner, David Patterson. We want to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day, especially Mama Patterson, who became a real mother for the first time this year. Although she's been a surrogate mother to a lot of football players over the past couple years that we've been doing this thing. So happy Mother's Day to everybody out there. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you next week with the highlights from the second semifinal game and an in-depth preview of the championship game. Take care.